The letter B corresponds to the gracilis, which is rope-like in humans and thin and flat in cats. The gracilis flexes and adducts the hip, as seen in this video. The sartorius corresponds to the letter A and is rope-like in humans and thin and flat in cats. The sartorius flexes the hip and extends the knee. The biceps femoris corresponds to the letter I. There are 2 heads in humans and 1 head in a cat. The biceps femoris extends the hip and flexes the knee. The semitendinosus corresponds to the letter K. The semitendinosus extends the hip. The semimembranosus corresponds to the letter J. The semimembranosus extends the hip. The rectus femoris corresponds to the letter F. The rectus femoris extends the knee and flexes the hip. The vastus lateralis corresponds to the letter E. The vastus lateralis extends the knee. The vastus medialis corresponds to the letter G. The vastus medialis extends the knee. Vastus intermedialis corresponds to the letter H. The vastus intermedius extends the knee. The tensor fascia latae corresponds to the letter C. The tensor fascia latae abducts the hip. The adductors correspond to the letter D. The adductors adduct the hip, and there are 3 in humans and 2 in cats. The gluteus maximus corresponds to the letter U. The maximus is small in cats. The maximus extends the hip. The gluteus medius corresponds to the letter Z. The gluteus medius abducts the hip and stabilizes the pelvis and is bigger than the maximus in cats. The cauda femoralis corresponds to the letter R. The cauda femoralis is responsible for the lateral movement of the tail and is not found in humans.
The tibialis anterior corresponds with the letter V. It dorsiflexes the ankle, while it inverts the foot. The gastrocnemius corresponds with the letter S on the. It plantar flexes the ankle, as well as flexing the knee. The soleus corresponds with the letter K. It plantar flexes the ankle. The extensor digitorum longus corresponds with the letter F. It extends the toe. The fibularis group corresponds with the letter T. It plantar flexes the ankle, as well as everts the foot. The sternomastoid corresponds with the letter G, and, in humans, it is called the sternocleidomastoid. It flexes the head, as well as rotates it.
Difference between the names?
Yeah. The pectoantebrachialis corresponds with the letter A, and is only found in the cat. It adducts the chest. The pectoralis major corresponds to the letter K, and in cats, the major is smaller than the minor. It adducts the chest. The pectoralis minor corresponds to the letter L. It adducts the chest. The xiphi humoralis corresponds to the letter Z, and only exists in cats. And as a surprising change of pace, it adducts the chest.
The acromiodeltoid corresponds to the letter I. There's 1 deltoid in humans and 3 deltoids in cats. It flexes the shoulder and rotates the shoulder. The spinodeltoid corresponds to the letter M. It flexes the shoulder and rotates the shoulder. The clavodeltoid corresponds to the letter B. It flexes the elbow.